Welcome to Panaloids, Comic Books, and More. That's right. I just saw Wicked today. This is your weekly fix for comic news, rumors, reviews, and creator interviews. As 2024 comes to an end, we're wrapping up the year with fresh insights and a special best of 2024 segment. Welcome to our circus of comic book entertainment. I'm your ringmaster and host, Pierre, joined by Kyle, our behind-the-scenes mastermind, and Dimitri, always ready with the hot take and the best special guest we could ask for, who we only gave a 2-hour notice to, Comic Talk. Now, without further ado, let's all look up to the... I see you added super nerdy news. It's a little different than our normal nerdy news. It's still a list format, but this time it says super at the top of the segment. Totally different. Revamped. It's going to be hot. So get ready, guys. A teaser for James Gunn's Superman drops tomorrow, which means, yes, the title of this episode is not only clickbait, but also bullshit. But it should also be noted that James Gunn says there's less humor in Superman compared to his other films. Good thing or bad thing? Because I feel like
boom.
Is that a boom? Because I feel like that's what I like about his films.
I don't know. I think Guardians 2 missed the mark on some of the jokes.
Yeah,
but then he made up for it in Guardians 3. So maybe he's looking for the balance now.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm a little bit more serious Superman, but then it's like you get clips of Crypto being in this. So if that's gonna be a thing, like how do you make that serious?
I mean, we all cried with Rocket Raccoon almost kicking it. So
true. Yeah, that was I forgot. So I mean, he does emotional very, very well. So maybe we'll see that side of him. So I'm excited. Mr. Terrific also has a rather large role in that story. Is that a boom or a doom, Kyle?
It's a boom.
Right. So excited.
It's a boom.
Is it the boom or doom that makes you less excited, or is it the Mr. Terrific?
It's that I made the boom joke a thing, and now we're still going to do it now.
Gotcha. Yep. Comic Talk. How do you feel about Mr. Terrific being involved?
I like the actor. I remember him from was it Blacklist, and I think he did a great job. I think he's a wonderful actor. So I'm excited to see Mr. Terrific on the big screen.
Word. Dimitri, any thoughts on Mr. Terrific, or are you not amused? Are you not entertained?
No, it's gonna be great.
That means you could care less.
Lucius Fox said what?
Okay. All right.
I think I get it, and I don't want to break it down or explain. So if you guys didn't get it, I'll tell you later.
I got it.
Okay, thank you.
So there is a fresh synopsis for Superman that reveals that DC Studios' first major film in the reimagined DC universe will showcase James Gunn's unique blend of epic action humor and heart. Horror would have been weird. Presenting a Superman defined by his compassion and unwavering faith in humanity's inherent goodness. All right. I'm starting to understand the super nerdy news, Kyle. All right. I see it because it's all Superman related. It's a theme, guys. Superman. Good job. Very good. Yeah, and I read these notes beforehand. I still didn't catch on. So good job. And last but not least, James Gunn initially opposed Superman's trunks, but David Cornsweet, he changed his mind because of his insight on that. Cornsweet explained that Superman wants to appear approachable and non-threatening, despite his immense power, dressing like a wrestler to symbolize hope and positivity. I feel like this is a proper place to insert a not so family friendly joke, and I'm not gonna do it. It's like low hanging fruit, and I'm just it's there. We all know it's there, and I'm not gonna approach that one. So
Pierre, so apparently my clickbait thumbnail / title is doing its job. They didn't
Okay.
read the about of what this episode is going to be about. So could you please read this comment from this wonderful viewer that's never seen our show before?
Yes,
And
sir.
then
Thank you for joining in. And I think it's HD Hammock. Let me guess. He says, "Let me guess, Schneider Shills." That wasn't the trailer. It was a 30-second teaser for the trailer, and most of that footage won't even be in the trailer. You haven't seen the trailer yet.
I've
All
seen
right.
it.
Okay. All right.
We've all
No,
seen
I
it.
don't. I don't
Yeah,
actually
we've all
know what he
seen it.
means, to be honest with you. So
you know what's funny though? The clickbait I built was for this to happen. I didn't know they were going to put like
A
2
teaser
seconds
trailer.
of footage to tease the teaser. I
A-
didn't know they were going to do
A
that.
teaser for the
So-
teaser.
So my clickbait is even worse because there's more people coming.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, they're really coming.
Come
So,
on, really?
Dunker in the chat. It's weird that you guys even have to make a whole live stream about a teaser for a teaser trailer. Come on, really? It's not. We just
It's
brought
a-
you here. That's all it is. We're
There's
not
It's
even
more.
a
talking
big
about it.
deal.
There's so
Oh
much
man,
more.
everyone's coming. The trailer. Who's this? Fevish Art. The trailer looks like it's shot on an iPhone. Tired
But-
of this digitally shot crap.
But you didn't watch the trailer because neither did we.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know it came out. Hunter Giggy. David Ayer is receiving death threats from the Zack Snyder Bros for supporting James Gunn. That community's tight, man. I mean, what are you gonna do? You know,
Yeah.
they're a tight group, and I'm still standing to
This
that
is
movie
gold.
is not that great. This is gold. This is gold. Thank you, Captain Chaos. Captain Chaos in the chat. Welcome back, Captain Chaos.
That's right.
So yeah, so that's our super nerdy news. Thank you, Kyle, for putting that together.
Yep. And again,
Eh,
the title is clickbait. This live stream is just a hangout. So if you made it this far,
hang
we're
out
actually not talking about Superman anymore.
at all. We're done. We're talking
it.
about other things. I had a lot of candy, so I'm ready to keep going.
All right.
Did we do any collection acquisition this week? It looks empty. Just making sure because I didn't pick up anything.
No, I'm watching some things on eBay. I got some things in the works. We'll see what happens.
All right. For those who are new, collection acquisition is just a segment where we talk about the things we spend money on, which it's not great. It's not a great segment. It's just tells everyone that we have problems. That's about it. So we're gonna move on to comic talk. So Kyle, list out your books here. So you read Marvel Rivals, the Infinity comic. I noticed that came out, so let me know what that one's about.
How did you not make a comic talk
I
joke
was
with the comic talk segment? You know,
I know. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a move on comic talk.
Yeah, that was
I'm gonna move in with
opportunity.
comic talk.
I was still thinking about the non-threatening, despite his immense power, Superman.
There's somebody
thing.
still going. He actually is with us. Well, with our clickbait and continuing to bash the suit and saying it looks bad. So we made a fan by accident. So keep hanging out. We don't agree with you. We were joking. keep on hanging out.
Keep going.
I need to see a picture of it. I literally haven't even. Anyways, so Marvel Rivals Infinity comic #1.
Yeah.
Kyle, take us into it because I want to know more about it. What's the general storyline? What are
No,
they giving
it's
us?
exactly what you. Oh, he's leaving. Don't leave. Damn it.
No.
It's exactly what you would expect from a comic based off a video game. You know, it's like a little bit of backstory of kind of like why they're there. They're like, oh, like the universes are doing stuff they're not supposed to, and they kind of just introduce you to the characters.
Gotcha. I'm pretty sure, like, if you played the game, like the first video, it's just like Doctor Doom versus Doctor Doom. Like that's kind of like the general gist of like he's messing with the multiverse.
Oh, is
right?
it? They didn't really mention that all too much.
Oh, not at all. Oh, okay, so then.
But I will say that the art, I actually spelled the names out. So it's Paul Allure and Luca Claretti and D. Cuniff. So the art, but specifically the coloring, like the colorist D. Cuniff, amazing, like amazing coloring. Like they really like.
Did they stick to, like that anime-esque style?
To me, it's kind of like it looks like the game, like it's pretty solid. Like they kind of tried to, but the coloring is just so good, like so good. I've never heard of this guy, so
That's cool.
that was really that was really what I was like. Do I need to read this? No, but then I saw the cover and I was like, all right, I'm gonna read it for the art. And I love the Infinity comics, especially when like they're Infinity first with the art. It's worth it just for the art.
All right,
but don't read it. No one needs to.
Don't.
Sorry.
All right.
Not to be
And with
guy.
that, don't read it.
Yeah, don't bother.
Kyle, I'm gonna skip here. I want you to go into concrete depths. So and then we can talk about Absolute Batman. But
all right,
concrete depths.
So I do need to formally apologize to Jeremiah. He's not here to witness it, but I'll maybe clip this for him or just delete it from the live later. So I read some concrete. I read probably equivalent to like 2 or 3 issues worth of a graphic novel. It's very meta for the time period. Like it definitely was written 30 to 40 years ago. It's very meta for that time. It has almost, which I don't know if Jeremiah would like me saying this, almost a bit of a Woody Allen kind of esque vibe to the way it's written. Like not in the, I'm going to groom my adopted child and marry her, but more in like the kind of dry, unspoken humor of like certain characters just like repeating things and like everyone just continues to ignore them and it's like never talked about. And, just like little things happening around. It's kind of like a satire on society. But for what it is,
is a joke one, or is that like
no. So concrete is just like a dude that got stuck in this concrete body, and he's just trying to like make the best of the situation. Like, say he tries to help people, he tries to do certain things for the public eye to like make things better. But it's very much a satire of like a politician asks them for help, and they're like, okay, but like I need it to look like this guy asked you for help, so you both are heroes. Like it's kind of like that, where a little bit of a behind the scenes, like The Boys in a sense of just like things aren't what they appear, and like it's all really a big joke, and everybody kind of sucks. But yeah, it's good. I mean, it's definitely not my thing, but like I want to finish it. And like I can see why Jeremiah would hold it to a high regard, because it's definitely one of those things where like you read it and it's like, this is not what I expected, and it's a whole point. Like there's a theme, and it's a satire on the world and like the media and whatever. So yeah, I don't think any of you would like it, but yeah.
Who's this by? Is it Boom?
I don't know the creative team off the top of my head.
But do you know the publisher?
Is it Dark Horse? It might be Dark Horse.
So we can find it on that app.
Yeah, it is on Global Comics.
All right.
Now, so before we go to Absolute Batman number 2, do we want to continue to talk about the hate comments, or do we want to like save them? Because I kind of want the people who comment to get a response from us for like the 10th time. This is clickbait. We didn't see the trailer.
Yep. Well, I'll do this one. Whatever, y'all. I love Snyder's DC universe, but you guys being negative over every DC film isn't going to help at all. If you don't want to watch it or don't care, then don't care and don't watch. What did you title this?
What did you title this?
Oh, yeah. Why Superman deserves better. Why the first trailer falls flat.
The first trailer didn't come out yet.
We didn't even watch the trailer.
We didn't watch the trailer. It's a joke. We're just joking.
That's amazing.
Oh my God. I put a disclaimer in the video. Bad. No one read the about part.
No one reads that. No one reads it.
Of course, no one reads that. Titles are getting too out there. Jesus.
By the way, I love DC, guys. If you're listening, I love DC.
Comic Talk, you picked a great one to come on.
You know what? And I'm glad these guys that think we hate DC are here, because we're about to talk about Absolute Batman, which I'm so glad I read 1 and 2, because holy shit. I think for me, this might go down as one of my favorite Batman books. And it's only been 2 books so far, but I love the way they've made Alfred like what he is. And I guess we could go into it because it's been out for a minute now, but Alfred is kind of like this spy, and then Batman's like a young kid kind of doing his own thing, like, and they're working together. It's just, I don't know. I love the dynamic. I feel like this is the first time that like Alfred's like I'm rooting for like Alfred as just being a hero, whatever he is. So, what about
I
you,
agree.
Kyle?
I gotta say something real quick. I fell asleep. I didn't finish issue 2.
Okay.
Like I
No, I
put
did
it
the
in
same thing.
there to
We're
read
getting old.
it.
We're getting old. We fall asleep. It's fine.
Like I put it in the notes of like, oh, we'll talk about tomorrow, and then I went to read it, and I got like halfway and I fell asleep.
It knocks me out. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. But
It's good, though.
issue
It's
2
great.
kind of just feels more like Alfred giving you like what he sees in this Bruce Wayne. So his view on him and everything doesn't really, gives you a little bit more, but I don't know, the way they've laid out like his life, like Bruce Wayne's life, and how he's growing up with these people that used to be his villains in other books, and now it's like his gang that he grows up with, but like seeing them in this light and like their personalities that you're used to reading in other books and like how they translate into like this book, it's so different, so unique.
Well, you
I haven't
love a
read
good
any of the.
alternate reality.
I
so,
love a good alternate.
yeah.
I love a good alternate, but like when you take an alternate and just do it this smoothly and so well, like, oh, like this and what was it? White Knight? No, what
Mhm.
is it?
Yeah.
White Knight? Yeah, these. That's the only two I could think of that like I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
this got me. So I'm excited to read more of it.
Dimitri,
and I
did you
want to check
read
out the other absolutes.
number 2?
I did read number 2.
So
I am looking forward to an Alfred double cross, but I don't know. I don't know when it's going to happen or if.
Okay. Interesting. That could happen because it's like you can kind of almost go either way. The way they lead off.
I was gonna say they're almost making him too like already starting to go against who he works for, like already, where it might just be like a fake lead that he's gonna be more of a villain. Like that's what I was gonna say. Like, do you see him going to the good side? I guess. Well, he's not necessarily evil. He's just like secret agent kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to see like more characters show up. Cause like it's just like, where are they? You know, like what characters are they gonna use? Where are they? Like,
where's the rest of Penguin?
Where is the rest of Penguin? Yeah. Not yet.
Come on. Not many of us, and you take one away.
Yeah, they took one away.
Even Bullock, they stole Bullock from me. Now he's like a buff, like military-looking kind of dude.
But it's almost like everyone's
saying. Okay,
everyone got buffed. Everyone got buffed in this.
Yeah, everyone got buffed.
Buff.
Where's the fluffy representation?
No fluffs.
All right.
No fluffs allowed.
I'll take a villain and a crooked cop. It's better than nothing.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Issue 4, maybe. Issue 4.
Don't you worry.
It just that's who all the big bad is. It's just a giant band of fluffs. So we'll see. But yeah, very good book, guys. Check that out. Check out the Absolute series.
It just has every Absolute book has just like a killer creative team, where even if you weren't as big into DC, or even if we're not into say alternate universes or straying away from the main canon universe, you can't deny the creative teams. I
kind of wish this was the canon. Like, that's the messed up part. Like we always talk about canon. I feel like this should be the canon now. Like, I forget the other thing, whatever they're doing right now, trying to build a Batman and Robin. Like, forget all that. Just scrap it. Let's just keep it going with Absolute.
Batman's a little too big for me. He's too big.
He's an absolute unit. That's what he is.
Yeah,
he is a unit.
It's too much.
And his Batmobile's a unit too. That's a friggin' 3-story house that he has.
Yeah,
that's
I didn't get to that. I fell asleep. I've seen pictures, obviously, but like
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's the most insane Batmobile.
They have like a small fight scene, and he's like, where's your car? And he's like, you're standing in it, and then you like bust out of a wall. That's crazy.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope to make it through tonight. I hope it happens for me.
We'll get off this early, and you'll be able to go finish
Yeah.
that.
Comic Talk. Did you read anything? You're up to date on All Absolute, right? Have you been keeping up at All Absolute?
Yes. I think what's the newest one? I don't think I've read the latest one, but like so far, yes. My favorite so far is Absolute Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is just how she's
Okay.
a witch. She's from hell. She's an Amazonian. Her character design is just amazing, and I just
best Wonder Woman design I've ever seen.
Yeah,
that's
because I never really read any Wonder Woman comics, but like this is my first introduction, like Wonder Woman stuff. But her story is just, I think, the best so far, and Batman's my favorite character of all time, and that's come from Batman fans. So I think Wonder Woman's my favorite, but all the Absolute stuff, Superman stuff is great, and I just can't wait to I want to see them like interact soon.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that.
I'm happy that they're taking their time, for at least from what it seems. And like, I know Snyder in an interview was like, if it does well, like maybe we'll go longer, like more than a year. So they're obviously going to go more than a year. The sales are insane for these books, like nuts. So, but yeah, no, I think Batman's still my favorite, but Wonder Woman's second. Superman, I liked it a lot, but it's not my number one.
Yeah, Superman was okay.
Yeah, that'll build up though. That's Jason Aaron. It takes time.
I'm surprised about the Superman one because the Superman one, like story wise, like synopsis, like what they gave us teaser wise, seemed like it was going to be the best out of all three, and it seems like that's the third.
But
best.
This is how Jason Aaron's been the last few runs I've read of his. It is a long and slow burn to get to somewhere. Like that's just been his style the past few series. Just not that I've read everything of him, but from the last three, it's already fitting that pattern. So I'm gonna keep up with it for sure.
Word. Anything else, or should we move on to screen time? Because it looks like Kyle, you have something in there.
My turn again.
Yeah, you're the only one that did anything this week.
So I gave up my screen time in front of the television, abandoning my wife, making her watch Grey's Anatomy all alone. And I snuck away an hour here, 2 hours there, put Miss Rachel on for the baby, put the baby to bed and turn all lights off and hid in the corner of my computer. I made a new World of Warcraft character. And there's some kind of anniversary going on, and they gave some kind of experience boost for this month. And I'm telling you, I did not play. There's no way I played more. I want to say 20 to 25 hours realistically. I did not put more than 20, 25 hours.
So that's a lot of time so far.
Well, it's a lot of time, but not for World of Warcraft for a character to hit level 73. Like I'm 7 away from the max level with a brand new. I made the brand new character like Thanksgiving, and I got him to 73 by doing like an hour here, hour there. I don't know how. We were supposed to play Marvel Rivals 8 a.m. on Sunday. Nobody answered me till 11, so I did some of that. That was a big chunk. That was like a 4-hour chunk right there. Maybe that was with the little final push. But when you play this way too, which they did this from the beginning, when you're rested, you get more experience. So I play like a little bit here and there, I'm rested. So I get a little boost on top of the boost on level 73 Hunter. It happened. I'm going to be level 80 Hunter, and I'm going to be ready to do some raids with my guild, who is also fathers of young children who don't have enough time to play and have to lie about it. Yep.
Good
That's
stuff.
all. That was my screen time.
Good stuff. Yeah, I think oh no, you know what I did? I watched Venom 3. I forgot.
Won't
I did
say
that.
how. We'll keep that to ourselves.
You hate yourself?
Yeah, I do. It was very bad. There wasn't. Yeah. I like the dancing scene.
Do that.
But just because I thought it was funny. But other than that, it just wasn't a good movie. Like the dialogue was bad. The plot was bad. It seemed like the biggest plot point that was happening was that he kept losing his shoes throughout the whole thing. Just kept losing his shoes.
Oh yeah.
And it just seemed like they were very concentrated. They were very concentrated on the fact that he kept losing his shoes for some reason. Like at the very beginning, you see shoes in the lab. Like they they take entirely way too long showing off these shoes that are just in the lab, and they don't make any reference to them. Nothing. Just it's one of the girls that works there, and then throughout the whole movie, he keeps losing his shoes, and at the very end, he grabs those shoes. And he's like it all comes together. He finds those shoes and he uses those shoes during his fight. That's it. Other than that, you don't need anything because Null doesn't get out. Null's still trapped, and it seems like we're never gonna get anything more out of that story. And just Null is just forever stuck in just Sony's pit of shit movies. That's
I didn't even know that was Andy Serkis who was Null. I didn't even know that until like
Why would they bother
later.
then? Like, why?
yeah. I would give this a 2 out of 10.
Wow.
That's how low I would go. Yeah,
Worse than Morbius?
Deserves a 2.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Morbius might actually. This movie might be why they've cast Jared Leto and He-Man. Like they're giving him another shot. They're like, you know what? It could get worse than Jared Leto. So let's try him again. That's what I think. Yeah.
Mm.
I saw Wicked today though.
How was that?
Very
How
good
was that?
movie. 10 out of
Yeah.
10. 10 out of 10. If we have any Wizard of Oz fans, stands out there, like go see it. And if you haven't, this sucks. I might go see it again. And I'm excited for anything Wizard of Oz at this point. I want to like dive into this world. So
Wow.
start picking up comic books. Wizard of Oz comic books from the 20s. Samson in the chat. It seemed like Andy Serkis is more excited about the Lord of the Rings movie than he was Venom 3. 1000%. Yep. Doesn't even care.
I didn't even
Doesn't
think
even care.
I don't even hear him talk about Venom 3 at all.
Yeah. I don't even
Yeah.
think it was him. I think they just lied to us and said, "Oh yeah, he's in it." Just to, like get everyone hype.
Yeah.
There's no we're not confirming that. I have no idea. Movie suck. Let's move on.
Dimitri,
Are
comic
we-
talk? You guys watch anything?
Uh,
Or a video game that's also screen time?
I'm enjoying.
Arkham City. I've been replaying Arkham City
I'm enjoying
again.
Dune Prophecy.
Dune.
Ooh.
Dimitri's lagging.
Dimitri's lagging a little bit.
Okay.
So
is it me? I'm sorry. You go first.
It is you. No, I'll just
Arkham-
comment and then you'll go,
Shit.
and then comic talk. We'll go back to Batman. So I am caught up on Dune Prophecy. I am not the biggest fan of it. It feels like Sci-Fi Channel at times, which is super insulting for something that would technically be under the HBO bracket where they do no wrong, right? The last episode, without spoilers, the last episode made up for a lot of the dragging its feet and unnecessary confusion and flashback in a prequel series. I feel like the last episode helped a lot, where it's like, okay, now it's where it's supposed to be. Like it felt like a Dune franchise item, when before that it wasn't quite feeling like Dune franchise. You tell me if you agree or disagree. Is it a boom or a doom?
I haven't watched it.
It felt like a Doom. And then, it has its slow moments. But I've been hanging with it just because there's not much else that I'm watching. So I'm almost like I'm pot committed, as a gambler might say.
I get it.
But
I get the reference.
yeah, I've just been really slow and steady with it. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. But I think they're falling into the same trap that every show is trying to do, or movie to show back to movie is trying to do. And it kind of feels unnecessary in the end. Like, this is not going to segue into the third movie.
No.
And I'm not sure if this is getting a second season. So I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary at all.
No, the trailer hasn't come out yet. This is clickbait, just so you come hang out with us. Thank you, though. Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I don't know if we needed a prequel as of now. I would have loved to see the trilogy ended and then get this, but to do it before the next one. I mean, they did complete the first book, right? Like part 2 completed the first book. So I guess it makes sense, but I still really would have rather seen, because like the next books to come, I haven't read them, but they more like do time jumps and get into the nitty gritty of like bigger space opera than it was building Paul up. So I would have rather them see this do that once they got there, because then it would have been like, here's a grounded prequel to help you remember the sand, and then the movies are space opera, like how did we get here kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know.
The sand is a big deal. It's a
Sand
very
is a
big deal.
I'm tired of people
Don't you
snorting
fucking
stuff.
forget about the sand. Okay?
Yeah, I know, but like they're snorting it all the time. They're snorting the spice all the time. It's kind of weird. It's just like a thing. that
What
they
else are you
all
gonna
the
do with
time.
it?
I know,
You gonna
but
eat it?
it's like a
Can't eat
a
it.
cigarette at this point in like a Nor show. Like it's just gotta snort the
Look
spice.
at, you put it up your nose like a normal person.
Ridiculous. Too much. Anyway.
I
talk.
kind of want to try it. Make it look good,
say
you know.
Don't say it.
Honestly, yeah.
What?
Spicy
Comic
sand.
Talk,
You
you
put it
too?
up your nose and you feel great.
Jesus.
You
What's
get
going on
enlightened.
here?
So, Comic Talk, before you tell us about playing Batman again, what system are you playing Batman on?
Xbox One.
All right, continue. You can talk about it now.
I feel like it's better there. I could be wrong, but I feel like it should be better on that.
It might be, but that doesn't
platform.
run Marvel Rivals, so doesn't help me.
Yeah, so I got the remastered version of Arkham City. That's the thing that got me into comic books. And then I recently rewatched my favorite comedy for Christmas time, Step Brothers. My favorite comedy
Some
movie of all
sand?
time. I love it. But as of right now, then I just finished The Bear actually as well.
Oh, I heard the latest season wasn't all that. It was a little lackluster.
Well, I watched all because I never watched the show, so I watched like all 3 seasons last month.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I do agree that the 3rd season was kind of like it felt like kind of like an epilogue kind of thing.
Mm.
But the first 2 seasons were like honestly some of the best television I've ever seen. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend.
Yeah, I haven't. That was another my wife's show. Then I would sneak off and make clips and hide in the corner on the computer. It was another one of those. So
You're missing out, man.
Yeah, you're missing it. Yeah, 7 Fishes.
Pierre, are you ready to take us into the special feature of this episode that the clickbait title would not have told you was going to happen?
Yeah, I think I'm ready to do it if you're ready for it.
I'm ready.
So, guys, it's 2024 and wrapping it up with our panel picks. That's what we're calling it. So it's the best of 2024. We're going to start off with the best new series of 2024 and what we've decided. So me personally, I feel like I'm going to give it to the Ultimates. I think that universe is awesome, and I'm excited to keep going with that. But I feel like that coming out in 2024 has been huge. And I fucking wish the app would give me all of it now because we're so far behind. It's crazy.
I know. It's bad. It's bad. Even with absolute stuff we're talking about, we're so far behind. It's not good. Not as bad, but it's still bad.
Yep.
So my pick for the best new series of 2024 is Kill All Immortals. It is not because Zach Kaplan has come on our show 3 times? Are we going to 4? Is it 4? I don't know. I've lost track.
Been a while. Yeah, it's been a lot.
I've seen him. I've seen him in person almost as much as we've interviewed him now. It's crazy. It's not just because of that. It's just the concept of taking Succession and then Vikings and Immortal and you merged all the cool stuff, and it was all at the greatest time. Like it literally, like Succession ended like as this book was like gearing to come out. And like Vikings are just kind of, I don't want to call them the new zombies, but they're still kind of on a roar. So yeah, he did it at the right time. It's a great book. Got a nice sci-fi twist, and a friend of the show. So that's my pick, 2024.
Sorry.
I'll go.
You were supposed
I'm
to
gonna say Absolute Wonder Woman.
Nope.
Well, I didn't know that. So no, it's just pretty cool. Like this reimagining of Wonder Woman. I like everything that's being done. I like the it almost felt like the beginning or the first issue had this like Hercules-esque upbringing almost. I still think, well, jumping back years ago, in the Snyder panel, or I think it was everyone, I still think there's room for a Snyder Capullo Wonder Woman run. I'm still waiting for that. But I like that this is still not that, but still very cool, but it's still in the same vein as that. Overall, 10 out of 10. I know we don't rate them, but 10 out of 10.
Kind of. I see what you're saying. Though, kind of reminds you of like Metal, in a sense, like kind of that vibe of what Metal was. Okay,
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, or what it was. Yeah, what it was.
So we have Jeremiah's picks in here as well. I might
Yeah.
have made some of them up. He might have corrected them. I'm not sure. Pierre, if you want to play Jeremiah and then Comic Talk, you could go right after that.
Yeah, I'm Jeremiah, and my favorite book of the year of 2024 is Hello Darkness
I knew it.
#1.
I know.
It's a brand new anthology series that features an A-list lineup of comic book creators. This book, has a lot of different writers. You have Jude Ellison Doyle
much fun.
and
It's having too
Letia
much fun with this.
Kadanitsi and Steve Orlando. But it's basically a mixed bag of horror, fantasy, and mystery genres. It gives you a lot of everything, and it's probably some of the best because I know I picked the best stuff. So yeah, I put you on concrete, Kyle. That's me, Jeremiah.
He's not gonna like us.
All right, so you're not gonna
Wow,
do that anymore.
honestly,
I
you
thought
should be on
that was pretty good.
SNL.
I thought that was pretty good.
I will read
honestly thought-
Jeremiah's next category. Thank you. Comic Talk.
I even did the research on the book.
No, I saw you reading the screen. I know.
I honestly thought that was like a spot on impression. That me personally, I think you should be on SNL. Honestly,
Thank you.
quick self fact check. Well, mine was the same as Dimitri's Absolute Wonder Woman, but I'll go with Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman is great as well. Just a different version of Batman. I know we've gotten like so many different versions of Batman, but like this Absolute Universe is just amazing, and all the stuff that's come out so far for Absolute Universe is just amazing. So that's my pick for my favorite series.
I like it. Good picks. Good picks.
Yeah. I guess we're moving on. So we are going to big screen, small screen. So this is your top comic book inspired movie or show. So for me, this is a very hard choice. I was tossing up a lot of different things, but I kind of had to go back in 2024 and really think about everything that came out. X-Men 97. I forgot that it was 2024 that this came out, and when it dropped, every episode was just amazing, and I had to really think about when Gambit kind of gave his life up. It was just such a sick episode, and something that we haven't gotten out of a kind of an X-Men. I don't know, Marvel, whatever. We haven't gotten that in a while, so that was my show, and the art was sick.
So I also went with an animated show, Cape Crusader. It
That's
might
one of
have
the ones I was
just
tossing up. That's one of
Yeah.
the ones.
it might have just been the nostalgia. I mean, Bruce Timm Batman is what got me into everything. Like
Oof.
that gave
That
the
is-
love
yeah.
of superheroes, and then actually being given comics. Like, wait a minute, there's more than just that. Like, there's more. So, how can I not pick that? And there was some big ones this year. There was a big movie too, and I gotta go Cape Crusader.
Cape Crusader 10 out of 10, honestly.
Yeah.
Am I next or?
I'm gonna go
We
Penguin.
probably, there we go.
I'm gonna.
No, you're good.
Because now we're going out of order. What are we doing here?
No, you're next.
No, I don't
You're
want to go
good.
now.
No, you did a good job. Follow the list.
Comic Talk.
Jesus.
Comic Talk.
Dimitri.
You go next.
No,
No,
he's gonna go
no.
last now. We're
I'm
gonna
out.
punish him.
I'm out. I'll do it after.
Well, we have the same favorite show, so yeah.
Oh, and then talk together. There you go. Just talk over each
Yeah,
other.
you guys talk together.
Talk together.
It was fantastic. It's a 10 out of 10. Penguin.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Penguin was
Um,
it
No, I'm just
cinematography
surprised
wise, yeah,
how well it did. How well it did. Oh my
I
god,
agree.
can't
All
So
right.
even
your lag,
When we said,
can't even talk
your lag's
about it.
pretty bad.
The
Your lag's
cinematography.
pretty bad.
this is the worst.
What a mess.
I can't even fix it. I don't even know how to fix it.
This is
I don't
fucking
understand.
horrible.
But
I
would you
don't
ever think
understand.
It's the
that the
Penguin. All
show
right, it
you
was great.
picked, right? But would you ever think the show you picked would be Colin Farrell in a fat suit? Like, would you ever think that would be the 10 out of 10 year show of the year? Like,
Yeah, it's it's
Yeah.
one of those
I
shows
mean, I
where
had
it
high
just surprised. Yeah,
hopes.
go. Sorry.
Penguin 10 out of 10. We're gonna move on because the
Sorry,
lag
the lag
lag
did
is
it again, didn't
progressively
it?
getting worse. Like it says you're muted sometimes and you're not. So I don't know what that means. Jeremiah picked Agatha all along.
Great show
Did
as
he
well.
pick it just because it's all women and he wanted to make a statement that he chose a show with women and we didn't? We'll never know because he's not here. He's not here to defend himself. But I think it was a political pick to favor himself in the feminine view.
Fun fact, it's me, Jeremiah. Fun fact. Do you know
Different impression.
where Agatha Harkness first appeared? Hold on.
I don't know. Tell us, please.
Well, it's Fantastic Four 94, number 94. That's when it's a fun fact.
You stop it. You take those glasses off.
Look at
You
this
stop
comment.
it.
Look at the comment.
Should have been
Impression
here.
spot on.
Should have been here.
You got to subscribe now. Anyone who comes here because of the clickbait and realizes it's clickbait before you curse us off, you gotta subscribe. That's all we
Subscribe,
need.
please.
You know, come on.
Subscribe. Hit that bell. Hit that notification.
The views
bell.
have been fluctuating ridiculous. Like they pop off and then just all drop when they realize we're not talking about the trailer because the trailer didn't come out yet. Everybody,
Just subscribe, dude.
Just subscribe.
just subscribe. All right, next
But
category.
we have it
Let's
first.
keep.
Why are you lying to them? We saw it.
We saw it and it sucks. Falls flat. Don't look up. Look down at the gutter. This trailer is.
James Gunn, you piece of shit.
Put in the
Piece of
trailer.
shit, James Gunn.
I was hoping he'd show
My
up.
my views don't express same. My views are not the same as the Panelists podcast.
You're
The
killing
whole
us.
disclaimer.
You're killing all of us.
I guess we move on to favorite Panelids moment of 2024.
Let's do it.
Mine actually has to do with Jeremiah. It's the time that we were talking and he was like, I actually got you something for collection acquisition, and he got me the Daredevil cover by Peach Momoko that I still haven't picked up. It's still at your house and still in the
It's
pile.
behind me in a box.
It's in a box of a bunch of stuff that I still need to get. You know what it is? You had this coming. You know, the comic book shop said you should hoard a box at Kyle's house so he knows how I feel.
Oh,
Yep. Shout out Main Street Comics. I got you.
I need to go there. It's actually not funny. It's actually been a few months. I send my mom sometimes.
Yep.
Which is also something that I should be very apologetic for.
Yeah. You're double downing on it. You're giving him a box and then you're dropping your mom on there.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyway,
but yeah, he got me a book and then I did something obscene on camera.
I blurred it and posted it. I
like the clip. Yeah,
it was a good clip.
It's a good clip.
Yeah.
Yep. For those at home that weren't around, I can recreate it right now.
No.
Okay.
Remember we have special guests who want to tell us to go to hell, so let's not disappoint them further.
Easy way to get canceled immediately.
All right, I'll go now because that's the order of the list. For anyone who doesn't have the list, so I would say any of our trivial. I can't talk today. Any of our Trivial Pursuit game nights. Although it was an immense amount of work for me, or in some cases set up multiple cameras, and I had to read 50 trivia questions off cards on a live stream perfectly, although I'd be ridiculed for not speaking clear. I would say that was the best thing we've done in 2024 because it actually was a segue to bringing on a lot of guests from what has now become a Discord community. So it was a nice little pivotal by accident moment of maybe we can branch out and fire Jeremiah and replace him with multiple people. Doesn't have to be the same. We could whomever. We could just, it was a good test run to find Jeremiah's replacement. Is all I'm saying.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Anytime,
too.
Dimitri.
I forgot. I didn't know if it was second. I think you were supposed to be second. But when Jeremiah's cat jumped on his lap, I don't actually remember it.
I just posted the clip like today.
It wasn't that?
I just
Nope.
posted the clip.
Okay.
I just posted it. It was a dick joke. The cat's tail looked like this.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Jeremiah's
like the
favorite
tattoo. This was
yes,
okay.
like the tattoo, but not that dick joke. A different dick joke. Jeremiah's
dick jokes
favorite
here.
Panelids moment was he got recognized at a convention by not one, not two, but 3 different people. And he wasn't wearing Panaloids merch because no, why would he wear that? He was wearing his own merch. But 3 different people were like, "Oh, you're from Panaloids." I think it was it Terrificon? I forget what convention it was, but that was his favorite moment. Or so
Was that
I
the same
assume.
one where they cursed someone off?
We don't talk about that. That was a different one. That was
Okay.
no, that was a different one.
Comic Talk.
If your favorite moment isn't right now, feel free to also just say a general.
Anytime I was on the podcast, that's my favorite moment.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It was a few times.
Egotistical, I know,
be
but
mine.
that's my favorite.
That was gonna be mine. So, but then you.
But we knew
here,
it was gonna
so I
be yours.
changed it.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate
Good.
that.
All right, moving on.
Panaloid's favorites, guys. This is a writer and artist you stand the most in 2024. I will go first with my choice, and I will say proudly Stephanie Phillips. I just started reading Grimm, which I know has been out for a while, but I dived deep into it. Finally got a chance to do that. And then her book, Life in Distillery, or by Distillery Publishing, whatever. Yeah, that book is amazing. So anything she touches is amazing. So Stephanie Phillips for president. Oh, and
No, people are just commenting. I'm just popping on the screen so we don't have to derail.
Oh, I thought that was somebody else. I was someone's yelling at
we
us.
have somebody else. We do. Just
Kyle, who's your writer and artist?
So I purposely made this category writer or artist, not both, because I wanted to make this a challenge to just pick one, just to like screw with everybody, because it's hard to just pick one person, let alone not a separate category. I was trying to be, trying to be different. So it was hard because I wanted to say Zach Kaplan, because he's been having a few years, honestly. But he didn't hug me at New York Comic Con 2024. John Pearson hugged me at New York Comic Con 2024. He hugged me in front of my wife. You know what kind of moment where it's like,
yeah,
this man hugged me. He came around the table to hug me. Like, she knows I'm important now, She knows.
Gave you some brownie points.
Like, whether she makes more money and takes care of everything in the house and does all the hard work, and doesn't
matter. Yeah,
I just sit here and make these. It doesn't matter.
You got hugged by John Pearson. Did she get hugged by John Pearson?
No,
I don't.
She didn't know.
He didn't even look at her. He didn't even ask her how she was. It was me.
Just a woman carrying a baby.
Yeah, but no, his art, and I'll say this too, in all honesty, my normal style that I gravitate towards is more like an animated, like gritty but clean, like a Capullo or a Ben Hennessy, or I don't have any more examples on the top of my head. But this is something so far different and abstract, but a work of art at the same time, of like fine art. I can't. Like, he's just my normal bubble. Like, he popped it, and I can't. He's just love my life. I don't know what else to say.
All right, that's good. That's good. I'm sure Dimitri's jealous now. So good job.
Yeah.
My turn now. My turn. It's Scott Snyder. The King is back. Daddy's home.
There you
Okay,
go.
right where he belongs on a Batman book. He's back, and he's come to save DC. So love him, love his work. He should be writing more for DC, but you know, if I just got one, I'll take the one. Yeah.
Let's
Well
go.
said. Good choice. Keeping the absolute family. I like it. Jeremiah's is obviously Rivera.
Yep. Paulo
Doesn't matter
Rivera.
what year, day, end of the world, birth of a new one, drones shooting missiles and blowing up plasmoids. Doesn't matter. Rivera's
Not
the
at
guy.
all. Yep. You could say a bunch of racial things right now, and Jeremiah would still love him.
Yep.
Does not matter.
Oh my god.
Comic talk. Who's your favorite?
James Tynion. I've been reading a lot of like indie comics by James Tynion, Deviant. What was the other one? He just wrote a Universal Dracula comic book that I loved as well. So everything James Tynion is writing right now is just pure gold. So that's my favorite writer right now.
Good answer. Good answer. I like it. I like it. Pierre just ate candy. Would you like me to read the next topic so you can finish chewing? No? No, you want to stall? Because it's 7:54. So yeah, I'll read it for you. Okay. So our fifth, we're at the halfway point. So if you're still here, I don't know why. Cool covers. Best comic cover of 2024. Your choice. Our favorites. What is the best cover? Pierre.
I'm back. Avengers Twilight #2, specifically #2. Oh, Kyle, you had the picture ready to go. Look at you.
You did a good
It's
job.
the
I should've
Noto
done a
Virgin variant. So this one
Oh.
is nice, but the Virgin variant,
Not the Virgin. Sorry, I missed that.
it's just a little bit better just because the logo's gone. But just that clean lightning bolt through the Iron Man flying through a red sky. Oh, it was so nice. And I shout out to this book in general. Avengers Twilight was so fucking good. Almost made it to my #1 series for the year. But yeah, very good. That's my favorite cover.
Good pick. Good pick. So, being we're on a absolute Batman kick here, I got to go with the New York Comic Con exclusive. Even though I didn't get it, I wasn't able to obtain it. I just even I'll say this: I'm not even the biggest Akira fan. Right? I like it. I think it's fantastic, but I'm not like Akira's the greatest anime movie time period piece of all time. No. But there's something about this cover, and there's something about it being an homage to Akira and it being like just all of it together, and it was just done so well that this I think this is it. Like this is the cover, and of course it's exclusive. I did get a black and white one. I'm waiting for that one to come in the mail. But
nice.
Yeah, that's my choice. Dimitri, you didn't surprise me with this one at all.
What was my favorite?
Your favorite?
Ooh, that's
yeah, it is.
You had to go with Capullo. You just had to. I knew it.
I just had to. And he's on Wolverine. Like, come on.
Right?
Like, it
Can't have him on
feels just
Batman.
right and perfect.
Got him on Wolverine.
Well, you know, we're waiting for that reunion. But like right now,
legally they can't.
So for this was a top pick for me.
So for anyone listening on our podcast,
well, when they do,
version,
they need to make it.
Oh,
It should be illegal to make it illegal.
So what you're looking at here is Wolverine. Looks like he's either in a T-Rex or potentially a Spinosaurus. Can't give you the exact dinosaur, but he just looks like he's cutting out of the mouth of it. And it just incredible art.
Looks
very
I need to read this now.
Wolverine design.
Okay. Wolverine Revenge issue 1, cover A.
Issue 1, baby.
Jeremiah's favorite was, of course, no surprise, Hello Darkness #1.
Hello Darkness, an anthology. It's a mixture of horror. I forgot already what I read.
It's all right. You tried though. You tried.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a go. I think I have to look at the names on it though. Like, look at the list of names here. What are we doing?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of names on it.
Damn.
It's an anthology series that gives you a good mixed bag of horror, sci-fi, and such.
All right, and last but not least, if I could find the right one. There we go.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I
Minute,
just
2-hour notice. We still got it.
There we go.
I just finished reading this series. It's basically a remastered version of the 1931 movie with like a different perspective. But I just love like the artwork. I love like old time posters from like the 1930s, 1940s. Like that art style for posters is just unmatched in my opinion, of course. And I just love the Universal monsters. And this is honestly my favorite cover because it just reminds me of like the original movie from 1931.
Yeah,
Very nice.
No,
Very nice.
very nice. Actually, reminds me a lot of like Alex Ross's covers, which
dig
almost
it. Yeah.
made it for me. His covers, like he came out with a lot of good ones in 2024. So
He did.
I
He did.
almost pulled one of those out. But yeah, no,
I
agree
tried
with
to
you.
make it hard on purpose to make you just pick one, and then when it was like too
Yeah.
easy, I was like, no, you got to pick against other people. You know. So
Yeah.
I tried. I tried to make it so hard.
Nice. So we're going to talk about now your most memorable comic panel of 2024. Kyle, you have one very specific.
So when Miles Morales, best known as the best Spider-Man, don't believe what some special guests have said in certain clips that have been circulating recently. When he first whipped out his electrical sword, Cody Ziegler gave Spider-Man a sword made out of pure electricity. That is the best panel. Like that moment of just like, you did something more. Like this character already was a Spider-Man with a few extra abilities, and you found something to really make them unique, not just like, nothing against Bendis, but he took he's took and he continues to take what Bendis created and just amplify it. Like just so wonderful for the character what he's doing. Just so great. So that panel specifically was just like an example of it, like the example of it. So that's mine. Electric swords.
So I'm actually pulling mine out of Avengers Twilight. So there was a few pages. Like it was really hard to like pick a page. But the moment that stuck out the most to me was when Red Skull actually combines with Ultron. So if you've read the book, you know what happens. But basically, yeah, he like fuses with a robot, and it's pretty crazy because he turns around and it's like a robot, but it has like Red Skull's face. So it's actually cool. And then they drop an H-bomb, which sounds mildly racist, but it's the Hulk. That's what you find out. So you find out the Hulk was their weapon, and comes out of the sky and starts fucking everyone up. And
That's the
he
name of the
has to
clip
die.
right there.
He wants to be killed. He begs Thor. Thor's like, it's the Hulk, stop. He's like, no, kill me, please. So, yep, that's it.
That's the name of the clip, Kyle, right there. Someone drops an H
Pierre,
bomb.
yeah, someone drops. Pierre drops an H bomb.
Yeah.
Dimitri.
Mine would be the first issue of Absolute Batman. Not so when he like pulls out the axe that's on his chest plate, but like when he like cuts the hand off. Spoilers: he cuts someone's hand off.
Yeah,
with the
brutal
with the axe.
Almost was mine. That was almost
movement. All of it. It should be yours.
It's a good one.
Take it. It's a good one. I think when we see the Absolute Batman's Batmobile.
Which I fell asleep and didn't get to last night.
I was just like, oh my goodness, that's like the most badass Batmobile I've ever seen in my life. So that, as a Batman fan, I'm like, just seeing that is just amazing. Absolutely amazing, if you will, I guess.
This episode should have been named why Absolute Batman doesn't fall flat, and instead, we're not even talking about Superman because the trailer didn't come out yet.
True. As many
so-
have told you.
Jeremiah's was Squire's heel turn from Saga. So I am caught up on Saga. I'm having trouble picturing that scene to help explain it to everybody. I cannot. I know what happens to the character. I just can't picture what he exactly means by the heel turn. Like I can't remember. My brain has failed. I'm sorry, but I am good choice, Jeremiah. Good choice.
I'm sure someone out there knows.
Someone knows. Someone could comment it or not. It's fine.
Our
Spoilers.
next portion is comic book content creator of 2024. We all went around picking a comic book content creator that we like. So I went with Geek Mythos. And this is a hard one. I didn't really even like this.
It was a hard
this
one.
It was like I had to pick between all these people, but Geek Mythos I picked. He's been on a couple times, and I like his page and kind of what he stands for.
There's a lot of different stuff. His podcast will be coming back next year, and we're gonna go on his show for once.
I've actually watched him play video games too. So
Yeah, no, he does a lot of stuff. He's very versatile. I know the trailer hasn't come out. The title was clickbait. Thank you for hanging out, and apologies to anyone who's listened to the audio version of this because it's probably
You
really
just
annoying.
got clickbaited.
Yeah, you did. But hang out.
You
Hang
just
out.
got clickbait.
Right? Yeah. We're hanging out. We're talking
How
about
cool do they
2024 best
feel?
stuff. All right. So my favorite content creator of 2024, hands down. And I'm not saying this because I gave him 25-minute notice to come on the show and made him list 10 different things in my made up topics. It is Comic Talk. Doing a lot of different stuff. He has a new podcast. I'm gonna make him talk about it in a second. Just did holiday gift videos. Very versatile. Big fan. And he's here. What are the chances that he's actually here right now? My favorite content creator is hanging out with us on Panelids. So thank you for being here, Comic Talk.
Appreciate it. Anytime, of course.
Dimitri, yours is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go, and then we were gonna go out of Juan reads comics. I met him, right?
You did. We have his profile picture. You're in it right now on his Facebook.
That's
All
so
right.
cool. He was like doing like deep thought puns, and I was like really tired, and I felt bad. So I was like, I don't have one like right now, but like there's another one coming. But he was pretty cool. I enjoyed him and his platform. He does a great job. Great work.
So it's biased just because you sat next to him in a panel. I see. Okay, that's good. Juan reads comics. Everybody, go give him a follow. Absolutely fantastic. I'll read Jeremiah's. Jeremiah put the Rivera collection as his favorite content creator. Yeah,
It's a good group. Good group over there, Rivera.
Yep, they do a lot of clips actually. I wonder who
Yeah.
does those clips. A lot of clips.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of clips. We got a fan over here, Comic Talk, holding up a
You're
Rivera
so
collection
mean.
sticker. I wonder who made
Comic
that
Talk.
logo. Who
If
made
you
that
say
logo?
Rivera collection, we're gonna get real pissed. So decide on. There we go. Now we're holding
There
up
it
the
is.
right. That's a vintage.
That's
a
a
vintage
throwback. I've been too cheap to make new business cards.
Comic Talk. Who is your favorite comic book content creator of 2024?
I don't want to make any of my friends mad, so I'm gonna go with the bigger creator. Let's see.
Good.
Honestly, I've been watching a lot of Kevin Smith content. I love his podcast, Fat Man Beyond. I went to the bar where he films that podcast as well. It's Scum and Villainy in LA. Dream is to meet him one day, but I think Kevin Smith is like, that's what like when I first got into comic books, that's like the creator who I watched when I first started getting into comic books and stuff like that, and like variant comics as well. But like Kevin Smith is like the one that I would go to watch reviews and stuff like that, and he's like what I got when I first started getting into comics. He's who I would watch.
Well, when New York Comic Con comes around, and if we plan it correctly, and I can afford to do what I want to do, which is make like a whole week out of it, His shop is not far. It's not far from me. You know, you have to come cross over to Jersey. If we're not completely invaded by aliens and the drones haven't dropped something on us to wipe us out completely, you'll have to, we'll go to the shop.
We'll go to we'll go. It's a plan now. I'm gonna hold you to that. Actually,
Hold me to it.
I'll hold you to that. Actually,
Hold me. Just
hold me.
Still be here. 6 drones I counted last night.
All right, guys. Who's your character of 2024? Who do you feel won big this year? I'll go first. It's Jeff. Kyle, you filled this one in for me, and I wasn't gonna change it. I was like, that wins.
But it's true though.
Right at the end of the year, and he made it for me. He made the whole year worth it. 2025 is gonna be big. Thank you, Jeff, for coming into my life. I love you, Jeff.
So mine is a double whammy of why this character I think won 2024. I gotta go Wolverine. We didn't mention Deadpool and Wolverine at all. That came out this year. That didn't make our list.
Right.
But Wolverine was brought back in comic accurate costume. And besides
I have the poster and everything.
Right, like just besides the greatness of that, of getting him back in such a great way, Capullo is drawing him right now. You have Capullo drawing Wolverine, and you have the only Wolverine actor to reprise his role better than we could have ever asked for in a comic accurate. I mean, come on, like I think Wolverine took the year. That's my answer. I think he took it.
Yeah, that's a good answer, Dimitri.
See, can't deny.
And then other side as well.
No, it was Penguin's year. This year was all Penguin. Everything came up Penguin. Okay,
look at Wolverine.
And he won in the end. You won, no matter what everyone said, no matter how anyone ever doubted him. He got it done. All right.
I wish I had a Penguin impression of me.
He did his shit. He took it all.
Like, Ma, you're stuck in bed now. I got a prostitute to pretend to be you.
No, you're making. No,
that's like the little kid.
That's what you're doing right now. Just stop it.
I love that little kid. I would hate him in real life, but I love him just to see him. Just to see him on interviews, great. Real life, I hate him so much.
Fat kid of the year.
Yeah.
It's the most jarring scene.
I'll read Jeremiah's real quick. In Comic Talk, he was your character, Darcia.
Who is that?
Apparently, this is the host from Hello Darkness. If it's the one on the cover, okay.
What's Hello Darkness?
Jeremiah's every single pick. You read the. Okay, moving on.
It's getting late. Comic Talk. What did you pick?
I'm gonna pick Batman from Cape Crusader.
Ooh.
I just love that voice actor. Again, like Kyle said before, the show is just amazing. Honestly, I totally forgot that came out this year. But 10 out of 10 show, and it makes me want to see more of that universe of just that stuff, the little changes that they do. But like honestly, Batman's my favorite character of all time, so I'm going with that one. I'm biased, I know, but that's my character.
It's a good answer, and that version is a very good version. That's how I like my Batman. That attitude.
A lot came out this year, so like
good year.
Going through this list, I really had to think about everything, and I had to Google. I was like, oh my god, it's actually been a pretty good year, And like every year, it's like we get all these shows and stuff. I'm very thankful. Wish it was Thanksgiving, I'm very thankful for all this stuff. So, thank you, 2024. So looking forward. Or booking forward. I like that. Booking forward. Most anticipated new comic book of 2025. Kyle, you had put something in there for me originally, and I didn't know what it was. I cleared it out. I think it was Power Man or something.
You should look into it though. Like I knew you would love it. It was almost me just telling you about it.
Oh really?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
It sounded good, but so I changed it to Ultimate Wolverine #1. Like I said earlier, I like the Ultimate series, so. Knowing that this is coming out in 2025, and I had to look this up because I really didn't know what my favorite book was for 2025. I forgot that this one's coming out in January. So it's by Christopher Condon and Alessandro Capuccio. But yeah, just let's go Ultimate Universe.
I actually thought that came out this year, because I did think of that as one for myself, and then I remembered Eddie Brock Carnage #1 comes out, and now when we first heard about this, right? When we first heard that they were putting Carnage on Eddie Brock, we might have talked a little crap, but then I saw the creative team: Charles Soule, Jesus Saez. I mean, come on. I mean, is it kind of they didn't know what to do with Eddie Brock and they don't want to get rid of Eddie Brock just to get rid of him? And they, like, is it kind of one of those? I can't imagine with this creative team. So I'm just so excited to see what they do. Charles Soule cannot do any wrong. And the art with Jesus Saez it's going to be good. So I'm excited for it. I don't know how to keep up with these comments though.
Crazy title.
Savage Lion in the chat. Please refer to, what do you call it? The caption. What is it underneath the show?
Description?
Description. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah.
Check the description out. Check it out. Check the comment. Scroll through the comments. Yeah, Dimitri, what are you most excited for 2025? Which comic?
You put Absolute Martian Manhunter for me. I'm actually going to switch it up. I'm going to do Absolute Aquaman, where it's totally okay that he has sex with all the fish.
Wait a second.
And marine wildlife, but there's aliens, right?
Hold
and
on.
Mira is his sister, and they also have sex, and that's okay too, because the rules are different down there.
What are you saying?
Are you making up a
If you guys can't
synopsis for
open your
this book?
minds to like accept that, then you're the bigots.
Are you
Wrong
making up
with all of you?
Wait, is there an Absolute Aquaman
I
even
think
coming
Jeff
out?
Lemire's writing it.
No, Jeff Lemire's doing Flash. I think you're making this up.
Is he
Nick
really
Spencer.
fucking all
This
the
feels
fish?
like a Nick Spencer book.
What? Oh, accuse Nick Spencer of making a sexcapade under the
So,
ocean.
like, the people up top, we don't fuck with them. All right, we just like
Literally and
the
figuratively.
sexcapade down in deep, and then the aliens come up. The aliens come up because they from the drones they come up, and then they go back down, and then they have sex with some of the aliens too because they're cool, And everyone just be chill and be open, and just it'll work out. There's a plot.
Who cares about the plot?
All right.
I just was trying to help when I put some idea in the list for some of you guys. I didn't know it was going to cause retaliation.
Nice.
Jeremiah put Tales of the Shadow Man, but I don't
That makes
know.
Oh my god.
It's a real thing.
That makes sense. That's all I'm going to say. It makes sense.
Comic Talk. What did you pick? Was it Absolute Martian Manhunter?
Yes, it was.
It was the
Thank you.
opposite.
Yeah.
You're looking for the sexapades in space.
Those are the
exactly.
aliens that come down and have sex with the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm all for it.
All right.
Just the
Crossover
artwork.
time.
They need to hire Dimitri. Yeah,
Interesting.
exactly. I agree.
Yep. That's what they need.
They cross over,
Um,
and then they tie in together.
That's the questions they need to be. That's going to be answered
And
in
it
issue
works.
1.
Yeah.
Issue 1 is
Yeah,
going to answer that
it-
question right there.
It works. It definitely works. What are our panelists' plans for 2025
Oh, God.
after that? So I did mention to Kyle that I wanted to start doing live interviews. And when I say live interviews, because this is an interview live thing, whatever we do, but we have a mic. And as much as I don't like it, we're going to go up to people in real time, in real life at Comic-Con. And you can come up to us. We'll be standing there and we'll have a backpack and we'll either give stuff away and or just embarrass you on TV. Well, not TV, online.
All right, so what I
Or
want to
embarrass
know,
ourselves. Embarrass everyone.
I have questions.
Yeah.
Who's paying for the free stuff? Who's buying the microphone? Is the interview live itself? Like, are we using your TikTok account to go live and ask people questions, or are we making clips later on? And then the question is, am I making the clips? Well, that's a stupid question.
Yep.
Yeah, why
Well,
would you
that
ask
leads
that,
me
Kyle?
to your new office that you're gonna have.
Yeah, so I'm buying a house. We're under contract, and I should have an office. But besides the point, the exciting part is I should have a room that I can do whatever I need to do with, so I can get creative. Have a background that's not partially fake. I can have whatever behind me. Maybe I'll get a neon sign,
Partially fake.
and I could get lighting, like correct lighting. Like I have a space where I can set up lighting and not worry about that lighting being pointed at my bed. You know, like I can make a room with cameras that's also not my bedroom that looks like I'm trying to do something else. You get what I'm saying? So just a dedicated space that I can do whatever I need to do to make this look better. Now, me, am I going to look better? Probably not. Eating disorder, we're not sure. But the lighting in
It's
the
gonna be top
background will
notch.
improve in 2025. That is a promise, everybody. Me as a person, physically, mentally, BMI, no. But you get a better picture.
But better lighting though.
Yes, better lighting.
All right. There you go. And
So for me,
Dimitri. Yeah. Here
um,
we go.
we're
Here we
talking for 2025. We're talking deeper thoughts, right? Shorter to no lag times, hopefully, right?
Mhm,
And here's
mhm.
another
Great
one.
one.
Let's talk about a new Discord called Panaloids Live Bets. All right, because we want
Ooh.
that lag time to go away, right? So I'm talking like a lot of unders and a lot of overs on NBA.
So we want to
Panaloids
put a new
live
channel
bets.
Discord for
Let's
gambling.
talk. Let's talk in the
Okay.
comments.
All right.
That's a good idea.
I like it.
I just feel like the live betting thing
I'm
would
like
be better if
20% in
you
on
didn't
this.
have
but,
lag.
like, let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
I
It
think he
goes
just
hand in
wants
hand.
he wants to
goes
win
hand in
enough
Don't
to
worry about it.
fix it.
One hand.
No, I get that. But if we give you
one
a
hand
bet
watch
to
the
play,
other, like the Atlanteans and the aliens.
Oh, here we go.
but hear me out.
Speaking
we bet
of,
we give you a bet live, and then you get it 5 seconds later. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? Like, what if you lose? Or it's like,
We're gonna figure it
never
out
mind.
in the live bets.
Never mind.
In the
Let's just keep
in
going.
the Discord.
Let's just keep going. Let's
It's
just
in the
keep going.
Discord.
Keep going.
oh, am I next or is
Yeah.
doing Jeremiah's?
Yeah.
We're not
You're
doing
I'm
it
next.
anymore,
Okay.
Jeremiah. We're
You're
done.
good to go.
Okay, we're going Jeremiah. Okay.
Jeremiah has
oh.
no panelist plans for 2025. We're so it's been shut off.
We're gonna be meeting at New York Comic Con next year, so hopefully I will be interviewed by the Panaloids. Hopefully, if fingers crossed.
Here it goes.
I think combining movie reviews with comic book reviews. I think combining comic book content with movie content. I'm just gonna be combining it a little bit more in 2025. I've had this on the list for a little bit, but now starting in January, we're going to be doing, comparing and contrasting, comic books to like their movie counterparts. So that's my goal for 2025.
And drop while we have you here, drop your podcast and all your handles, and you're doing a lot of cool stuff. Make sure you tell everybody.
Yes. So follow me. My personal one is, Comic Talk.comic on Instagram, TikTok, Comic Talk on YouTube. And then I started a podcast with my friends Kimmy and Steven Reacts called Geek Speaks. Geek Speaks on all socials, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Good stuff. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up, guys.
Wrap it. Guys, that's it for this week's episode. Panelids, comic books, and more. We're taking next week off to celebrate Christmas. But don't worry, we'll be back on New Year's Day with 2 special guests and an exciting interview announcement. In the meantime, make sure you leave us a review on your favorite podcast app. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, just in case TikTok disappears. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the new year.